Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the copycat challenge, which many of you guys know is just me taking my previous opponent's team and using that against the next opponent and then just continuing to do that. So to start off, I'm going to be using my team from yesterday, Altaria, Registeel, Lantern. Next season, if you guys are looking for a team, I would highly suggest doing the copycat challenge until you find one you like. It's a great way to find a team that you like and that you're successful with. I mean, not every team works for everyone, so if you can try out 10 teams in 10 games and see which ones you like, it's just a great way to find a team that works for you. So without further ado, let's get into the battles. So right off the bat, we lead into an A/, not a great lead for Altaria, so I'm going to go right into Lantern. Now going between Lantern and Registeel here, I don't know, it's kind of up to you. There's both ways you could play it out. And I'm going to be able to successfully shield up this Drill Run. I like to bring this into the one shield usually. So I'm going to throw this Surf. And these water guns really are chunking away, so if I have to bring my Altaria back into this thing, I can Moonblast it and Dragon Breath and maybe even take it out. So that's one positive about Lantern save swap in this situation, but he actually does good. He doesn't throw right away because I would have lived that drill run with just a little bit, so good play by him. And here I'm kind of in a tricky situation. He has a lot of energy, so I have to come in with Altaria here. And these Dragon Breaths are chunking away, so he's almost to a Ice Punch, but the fact that he's so weak, he's going to have to throw it right away, so I was able to successfully catch it on Registeel. And he comes in with a Feraligatr, non-Shadow, so this is really showing he's super weak to Registeel right now. He's going to throw this Hydro Cannon, and I was hoping this Zap Cannon would kill. It's not Shadow, so I wasn't sure, so I let this Zap Cannon off. And I am able to pick up the KO, which is really nice. He comes back, he comes in with his Sand Slash. Not sure what he's thinking there. I mean, he doesn't even show his last mon, so I just had to guess. I ended up guessing it'd be like a Wigglytuff or something. I'm not sure what it could have been. I mean, I feel like I don't know, I just couldn't think of anything, so I just went with Wigglytuff. Here we lead into a Surf Fetch. Now this is really bad for this team because you don't really want to save swap your Wigglytuff, so I have to come in with Feraligatr, but Feraligatr is going to lose half a turn or one turn on the swap in, so he's able to get another move on me, and that's actually going to end up making it so I don't make it to this third Hydro Cannon. So this team maybe wouldn't suggest, just because the save swap is really tough into a fighting lead. Same with like a Annihilate lead. He's going to outpace you to that Night Slash. And he just lives with one health. I'm going to be able to throw off his nuke, which is Brave Bird. So he's running Leaf Blade Brave Bird. Really interesting there. I'm really weak on my Wigglytuff, so I'm going to go into my Sand Slash. And there is a Talonflame here, so not much I could do in this game. I ended up just top lefting. So, I mean, there's nothing I could do in that game, which I guess feels better. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily suggest that team. These battles are around 3,000 Elo too, so you do get more of like mons you don't see as often, which is really nice for me. Here I decided to go for the Brave Bird. I definitely could have went for, or I decided to go for the Flame Charge. Definitely could have went for Brave Bird, but this way I'm gonna be able to for sure take Switch. I don't want that on my my Surf Fetch, so I'm able to take Switch here, and I'm gonna have to shield this up, but my Talonflame is double boosted, that pretty much no matter what he comes in with, he's gonna have to shield. Even if he came in with a Lantern, I'm gonna be able to Brave Bird double boosted is gonna do a lot of damage. So he has Annihilate, really good for my Pidgeot here, but then he comes in with Skarmory, and there's just nothing I could do here either. I was able to take Switch, but I don't have Night Slash, so I can't even try to CMP tie this. Leaf Blade just wouldn't even be worth it, and nothing I could do here. I mean, I'm gonna try to Feather Dance because this is gonna debuff, but I mean, it does no damage, and he's still gonna be able to get to moves, and I'm gonna need over a Brave Bird to knock it out. So not much I could do in this situation either, but this is kind of the beauty of this, is that you guys get to see my wins and losses. It's not like usually I show most of the wins, and the teams that I do feature usually do win a lot because I want to bring you guys the best teams, but I don't show all the losses all the time. Here you get to see the wins and the losses and how I played it, any mistakes I made, so I think that's pretty nice. In this game, he's going to save swap a Diggersby, with quick attack. Thankfully it's running quick attack. It's not going to do much fast move damage. And seeing how I survived that with over 50% health, I was comfortable just letting this one go. I thought that I'd be able to take switch, or I think that I'll be able to live this and just with a little bit of health. Fortunately, that does more than I thought it would, and we simultaneously KO. Now I'm looking in the top right corner, thinking that as soon as I see Charger Bug, he clicks it just like half a second early, so that gives me time to react to click my Gligar. I mean, I tried clicking Gligar, it might have just came in with it automatically, but yeah, very thankful I was able to come back in with this. I did make a little mistake. Maybe I should shield that next move on the Diggersby, the second Scorching Sand, but I decided not to. Luckily I didn't get any debuffs either, otherwise I might have lost switch. But he's gonna come in with his Skarmory, or his Whiscash, and my Gligar is so dominant in this matchup that I was cool just getting as much energy on Gligar and pretty much just relying all on Gligar, just with this Skarmory, just letting it go, letting it die. And here he gets the debuff, unfortunately, so his Brave Bird is not going to kill. Also, by the way, I am using the Shadow Gligar just because I don't have a normal Gligar, and I'm not going to make one after it's just about to get debuffed. So yeah, he Mud Bombs me again, not quite able to knock me out, and I'm just one away from the Sky Attack, so I'm able to make this. He's gonna let that go. Here I can throw one, force his energy, or force his shield, or if he wants to save his energy, force his shield. He does. I have 2 shields, so this wouldn't, I don't think this would KO. I'm not too familiar with Shadow Gligar, to be honest, but I don't think this would KO, but I have 2 shields, so I may as well just shield that up. I can Aerial Ace this Whiscash and take the win. So next up, we're going to be leading our Charger Bug into a Lickitung. Good matchup for Lickitung. Not bad matchup for Charger Bug either. You lose it, but you're not going to be hard losing it. So not bad to be a Charger Bug here. I'm just going to play this out by throwing X Scissors. He's going to be throwing Body Slams. Looks like that first Body Slam plus Elix did just about 50% health. So likely I'm not going to be able to make it to a third X Scissors, but I guess we'll always try. Let me throw in this next X Scissors. And here, if I wanted to, I could double shield and farm this down, or maybe just 1 shield, but it's just not worth it to me. I can come in with Diggersby and farm it down. I was hoping to get to another X Scissors there, but not quite able to. I'm also not able to farm this down before the Power Whip, unfortunately, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to shield this or not. I did decide to shield it. I thought it would do a good amount of damage, so I shield that up. He comes in with Annihilate, and as you guys saw in the previous matchup, this isn't as bad for Diggersby as you may think, especially not since I get the debuff here, so that was really nice. He's going to throw his Night Slash before the next Scorching Sand, so good play by him, just in case you get a debuff and stuff. So I throw this Scorching Sand. He is going to shield this one up, and even if he throws the next move, Night Slash, I'm still going to be able to either knock out or get this next shield. So Diggersby really putting in good work here, despite being what you'd think of a bad matchup. So I throw this Scorching Sand. He's gonna let that go, and I can just go right into my Whiscash here. He comes in with a Gligar. Honestly, not sure why he didn't come in with the Gligar into the Diggersby, but I guess he just maybe thought I had a Hyper Beam on it. I think that honestly lost him the game. If he would have came in Gligar into my Diggersby and Annihilate into my Whiscash, would have been better for him. But I guess he didn't know what I had in the back, so maybe he thought I had something in the back too. Able to knock out this Gligar, and I have a shield, he doesn't, so I'm able to just get to this Mud Bomb, knock this out. So good win there. Next up, we're going to be leading Lickitung into Gligar. Now, I was told this was a good matchup for Lickitung, but I'm pretty sure if he lands a dig and then the Aerial Ace, you will lose. I don't know. I just decided to shield this up. I usually don't like to lead or shield my bulky lead Pokemon, but I did decide to in this situation. I'm going to throw this Body Slam off, and I'm able to just get there before he gets to his next move. So I'm going to throw this off. If nothing else, I'll get my shield back. Yeah, I do get the shield back. He is going to throw another move, likely going to be a dig. Yep. And now it's just a race to see who can get to this next move first. Now, honestly, it was almost nice. It would have been nice to almost let him just knock me out, come in with Gligar, and get the farm here. But luckily, he only got 3 counters, so that worked out for me all right. He's gonna come in with Poliwrath. I'm gonna answer with Annihilate. And I'm not gonna want to shield this Scald. It's too soon to shield in my opinion. I just swap right into it because I know that I can outpace the Poliwrath, because he still needed like 7-6 I think for Icy Winds, or 6-6. I'm not sure. Kind of been lazy on the counts because they're all gonna be changing for next season, so it's not really like super important to know right now. Here with the Gligar, I'm actually able to swap. When I swapped in right away, it helped me not get behind in energy, and I'm actually able to outpace it to these moves. He's at a Surf right now, but I'm also at another Aerial Ace if he decides to shield. So I'm going to throw this next Aerial Ace right away into this Poliwrath, and the Poliwrath is pretty much energy dry. So, oh, he lets it go actually. So yeah, he wasn't going to be able to win that game. Next up, a Greninja lead, really a core breaker here. I figured my best win con would be to catch a Hydro Cannon. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might even be for Hydro Cannon. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with Water Shuriken. I think it might be a Snarl clone, but not too sure. Anyways, he comes in with Superior to answer this. I think he could have just came right into Superior with the Frenzy Plant plus Vine Whips, or if he needs to throw an Aerial Ace too, would probably been better than throwing his energy on his Greninja. Now I actually throw that Surf thinking that I would have enough energy for Shadow Ball, but I didn't, and he thought maybe I did too, so I'm glad that I was able to get the shield there. He could have honestly just let that go and I would have been kind of screwed. That Surf earlier. He lives with 1 HP here, really unfortunate, so I have to use my next shield here. I don't want this to get knocked out. He was at the Frenzy Plant. So I'm going to try to catch this next move on Poliwrath, or yeah, on the Poliwrath. Hopefully just a Hydro Cannon. I guess it doesn't really matter what it was, but... And he makes a really smart play, realizing that he needs to have an energy or a move loaded for my no-shielded Gligar, so when it comes back in, he could just go up to a Earthquake here, and he's just going to cause me a lot of trouble. Really, my only win con here is that he lags a turn coming in with his Greninja, so that was pretty much the only way I was going to be able to win this game. Yeah, he does shield that up, and good shield. I mean, if that Scald would have killed, I would have been able to counter down that the Greninja. And honestly, if that Superior didn't live with just 1 health, I would have had a good chance to win this game, I think. But that's just the way it goes, I guess. It's gonna Hydro Cannon me and knock me out. Not able to take that game. Next up, good lead here. He safe swaps a Dunsparce. I'm just gonna Hydro Cannon and dip. So throwing this Hydro Cannon is gonna do really good damage. Greninja's just so attack weighted, it's crazy. And I think honestly, I probably could have went right into my Superior. It'll be interesting to see how good Dunsparce is next season, though. I'm getting a little bit of lag here. I guess I only get 1 move off. I'm not sure if he was doubled up or not, but yeah, a little bit of lag. I'm gonna farm up as much as possible, throw this Frenzy Plant, and this is gonna surely knock out if he lets that go. He does let it go, and he's gonna come back in with Cloudsire. No way he can farm down with this thing, so he's gonna be forced to throw a Stone Edge at the least. I'm gonna throw this Frenzy Plant. I'm gonna try to CMP tie here, and he does not fall for it though. Gonna keep over farming a little bit, trying to go just for the Aerial Ace because that's all I need. But he's gonna throw a Stone Edge here, knock me out, and he has energy loaded, so whatever he throws, if he were to throw a move, I would have had to shield that up. And he comes in with Gallade. Really, I should have stayed in. I had a little bit of energy advantage on Greninja. I should have stayed in that matchup for sure, I think. But I decided not to. Decided to come in with Cloudsire. I saw that up there, and I thought of Medicham before Gallade. So Medicham probably going to be a better matchup for Cloudsire, and you really would have to swap out because of the counter damage. But yeah, I decided to shield this. That way I could just go straight for this Earthquake and then come in with my Greninja. Just have to watch out for a catch. So he's going to throw this Leaf Blade. I'm able to outpace him to a move unless he catches. So I'm going to throw a move. I wait for the turn, or I wait for the animation of the what's it called? Psycho Cut to go through. I don't see it go through, so I'm able to just know that he's going to swap out. Likely he was maybe waiting a turn to swap to make it look like he was going to stay in. But yeah, able to take that win due to me just waiting for that move to go through. It's really important to do that, in my opinion, if you're really trying to push end of the season. If you guys are wondering how to do that, I have a video in the description. I'll leave it there. It's just like one of the best tips to improve, in my opinion. But next up, we have Vigoroth into Clodsire. Good matchup for Clodsire, I'd say. But Vigoroth just is one of the another really good generalist here. So these body slams, despite resisting the counters, body slams add up. So he's gonna throw another body slam, and here I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can make it to 2 stone edges. So I'm gonna throw 1 stone edge and keep tapping away. Not quite able to die, pretty much die with the move. So I'm gonna have to come in with Glade here. He's gonna come in with Wigglytuff, and here I'm thinking, oh, probably double charm. That's why he had to stay in with his Vigoroth, because he had nothing else in the back to deal with the Clodsire. So he's gonna throw this, surely a Icy Wind, but I'm gonna have to shield it anyways, especially because I was thinking it was double charm. So I'm gonna throw this Drill Run, and I'm gonna just farm up a little bit more, throw it again, and this is gonna take out. He's gonna come back in. I'm gonna save that energy, try to come in with this thing. Now, honestly, if I was able to live this charm after this Leaf Blade going on right now, I would have made it to another Leaf Blade, and honestly might have been able to win this game. Would have depended on how much that Leaf Blade was doing. I'm not sure the bulk of a Primarina. I feel like it's pretty not bulky though. So yeah, but not able to live that charm, so I'm gonna have to lose that game. Here, even though I have 2 good answers in the back, I figure if I throw this body slam, it's a guaranteed shield. And maybe he would feel like throwing the superpower against this Wigglytuff because he's closer to the energy amount for it. He decided not to, but I was able to get the shield at least. And he's gonna Earthquake me with his Clodsire. Clodsire gonna be core breaking this team. I decided to go with the A9 charm because I wasn't sure what he had in the back. So I just went with the A9 charm, A9, thinking that was double charm. He's gonna Stone Edge me, take me out there. Now I'm able to get a lot of energy on this Vigoroth and threaten the Dragonite when it comes back in. With this, if I play it right, this Clodsire matchup, if I play that right. He Earthquakes me. I'm gonna farm up as much as possible. A little bit of lag, but yeah. I was kind of worried that he was gonna. I was thinking about catching here, but this is in superpower range, so he would have to superpower me if he wanted to win this, or if he wanted to take me out. So I didn't want to catch that on my Ninetales. I just throw the body slam here. Probably could have just CMP tied right away when he came in, but I don't know, I decided not to. Now he comes in with Lantern, and honestly my only win con for this game I think was to swap right away into my Charmer and then just save 2 shields for my A9 here. Not sure if that would have made a difference, but yeah. Hoping that this will be able to knock him out, and then yeah, so that should have knocked him out, that counter. But anyways, I wanted to survive 7 more Dragon Breaths, so not much I could do there. Here I'm leading into an Annihilate, kind of similar to my Vigoroth leading into his Dragonite, where you have to shield the first move even though it's only 35 energy. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of Dragonite in these situations because you have to shield up any move, and I don't know, I just don't really like doing that. But I'm going to use my second shield here, and if he's going to stay in, I'm almost guaranteed to get my shield back with the superpower or Dragon Claw, or I swap out and save it for whatever else is in the back. He's going to come in with Sand Slash, and I actually just make a huge mess up there. Don't even get the move off, he farms me down. Guess I wasn't paying good enough attention or whatever, and yeah, he just Powder Stones me down before I even get to the superpower. When I saw it come in, I thought that it was a Shadow Claw. I was just thinking Shadow Claw, so I thought I could survive a little bit, but yeah, I was actually running Powder Snow and kind of screwed me. Definitely would have won this game if I did throw the move though. As you'll see, pretty much I'm staying in just to see what's in the back right now. And honestly, if there's like maybe a Talonflame or something, I might have a chance to win this because he is 1 away from the powder or the Ice Punch, so I have to throw it right here. I'm not even sure. I feel like that wouldn't even kill Talonflame, but no, it's a Lantern, so there we go. Next up, hard counter lead. He's gonna come in with Cress. Well, I was lucky this wasn't a Deoxys, honestly, because I just kind of safe swapped as soon as I saw the Psychic. I figured it was Cress, but could have been a Deoxys, I would have been screwed. But yeah, it was such a hard counter, he just top lefted. So again, I had to guess what was in the back. I just guessed that it was a Wigglytuff. So I ran with a Wigglytuff. He's gonna come in, or he's gonna, this is the lead matchup, isn't it? So Lantern, Vigoroth. Lantern wins the zeros here. I'm going to, if you go straight Surf, I think Thunderbolt, you just, yeah. If you goes Thunderbolt, he wins too. So throws a Surf there. I'm gonna come in, kind of wish I would have came in with Wigglytuff to not give away my, whatever that is. Confusion. Just in the normal situations, maybe I'd do that, but worked out here where it didn't hurt me too bad. And if I'm able to charm this down without having to using 2 shields, I'm okay. And he actually Zap Cannons me for some odd reason. He's probably running Wild Charge Zap Cannon, so no Mirror Shot, which is honestly going to cost him the game. I'm able to just charm this down and then Confusion it down. And that is going to wrap up the video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys like watching the Copycat Challenge. I mean, it's really easy for me to record because, like my last recording, it took me like 7 teams to find a decent team for you guys to use. This way, I mean, it's a guaranteed. I just record my 10 games and go on from there. So yeah, if you guys like the Copycat Challenge, let me know. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.